Joe Mazumdar from Exploration Insights at the Metal Investor Forum, and now we have from West Red Lake Gold Mines, Tom Meredith, Executive Chairman.
Hi, Joe.
How's it going, Tom?
Good, thanks.
I understand you're just new to the company.
Relatively new, yes. I've been at the company for about 3 years now. I was brought in by some institutional managers at the bottom of the market to get the company on the right track. My previous company, VG Gold, I developed in Timmins. We developed some gold deposits and sold them for a couple $100 million to McEwen. They're owned by McEwen Mining now. And so I was asked to do the same thing for West Red Lake Gold.
And West Red Lake Gold, what does it have? What are the assets that made you think that you could do the same thing again?
Well, it has 3 former gold mines on it. And so that is something I saw as something we could develop into something successful and make some money for shareholders.
And in terms of where you're at, where you were 3 years ago and where you're at now, how have you progressed this asset base?
We've had some good progress. A year ago in February, we put out our maiden resource on one of the mines of just almost 1.1 million ounces of 7.5 grams. So it's a good, attractive looking resource, and we're going to continue to expand that and work on some development plans for future mining. And then we also have another mine about 2 kilometers along strike from that one that looks similar, so we're going to also work on that one too.
So your end game is, do you have a critical mass in mind in terms of ounces or grade that you think would be like optimal for a suitor to come in?
We're looking at, aiming to have a couple million ounces, roughly 10 grams mining grade.
Mining grade, so
mining
diluted.
grade. Yeah, so in other words, we're basically looking at stuff with a bottom cut of 5 grams. Our resource is a bottom cut of 3 grams, but we're going to 5 gram bottom cut so that we can have an in situ mining grade of 10 grams plus, so the actual mine grade might be somewhere but either above or below 10 grams depending on the actual zone.
So from where you are right now, how much more drilling do you think that you need to do or to get to your goal?
Well, in terms of the Rowan deposit, we pretty much have to go to depth. So the deposit's being drilled pretty extensively from surface down to about 250 meters. There's some more drilling below 250 to about 400 meters. So we plan to drill off between 400 and 900 meters depth, basically doubling the depth of the deposit and ideally doubling the ounces. The zones that go pretty much vertically straight down. So we're just projecting that we can find more gold as we go deeper.
Right, and in terms of, you've got 3 or 4 different projects that you're looking to consolidate in terms of ounces, or you're just got 2 that you're focused in on? How many?
Well, we're focused on one. We have a second one that looks very similar geologically, which was also in production in the past. So that will be our next one. And then there's a third one also on the same structure, but the geology is a bit different. It's got a diorite plug in it. It had high-grade gold back in the 30s of about 14 grams reported, so it looks interesting. That would be down the road, and then there's also a structural intersection where there's another structure intersecting that indicates that it could be significant exploration potential. So we'll poke around and try and find something big beyond that. But our basic plan is to build up a resource that a mining company would want to acquire 2 or 3 years down the road.
So you're like, in the next 6 to 12 months, what could an investor here look forward to in terms of news flow and catalysts from your company?
News flow will be really 2 things. One, we'll be starting to do some exploration holes into our exciting exploration target, which is sitting in between 2 of the mines at what we call the structural intersection target. And the second thing is that we'll be looking at starting drilling work on the Mount Jamie mine, which looks similar to the Rowan, and we think we can develop a resource there.
Great. Okay, well, we'll look forward to it. Thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you, Joe.
Cheers.